So, how are you today?
Um, where do I begin? Overall, I'm okay, but got some kind of like bad news Friday.
Okay. You know, spend a few minutes talking about
Yes, ma'am.
it. Okay.
So I've been trying to stay down here to I don't even know how to begin. Besides, I'm trying to stay down here, but I called the vet court in North Carolina and asked them what was my options because I was gonna try to send them an email and everything.
Right. I remember us talking about that last week that you were going to reach out and see if you had a better outcome.
Well, the guy informed me that there was only one option,
Mm.
and that was me coming back.
Okay.
He said it would be pointless to try to email him or the judge because the judge want to see me face to face,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a quick process. So he was saying it could be a month, it could be two,
Mm-hmm.
and they have another veteran that's trying to do the same thing. So he asked when I graduate, and I told him, and then he said, "I'll see you 3 months after that."
My goodness. Okay. Well, what does he mean by 3 months after that? After you graduate?
Because I graduate November the 22nd. He said that because he knew about green phase at Camp
Oh,
Hilton,
okay.
and he was like, "Well, I should see you no later than the end of February."
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he's taking into consideration that you're going to stay through green phase.
Yes, ma'am.
So they're not sending you to come home straight after graduation.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Well, that's a plus, right?
ma'am. Kind of.
Mm-hmm. So when we talked about this last week, um, do you remember walking through the different scenarios of what could happen?
Yeah, because I previously talked to him. Well, I talked to one of the reps up in the veteran's office,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me that I would have to come back face to face. So I was kind of avoiding the whole situation. So I waited about a month, and then I finally called him again.
Is that why you thought, well, maybe I'll try the email route?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to be a little sneaky there, maybe.
Yeah, trying to get my way.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
I think that's about it.
Okay.
Besides, I'm not gonna be here next weekend.
They doing an excursion or something
Um,
for your CMP
I gotta go get a COVID test.
because.
Oh, I'm supposed to be having some kind of GI procedure.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know.
And so they want to like run all the tests first before you go in for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So we'll spend a few minutes you telling me about how you feel about stepping before the judge in that court.
Well, I'm not really. As far as all that goes, it's like I feel like I'm ready to go ahead and get that part over with. But I kind of don't want to go back because I don't want to be surrounded by all the negative feelings and emotions and people.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't want to use drugs anymore, but I don't want to be around the same old people that I was hanging out with before I got locked up. It's like I can talk to them on the phone and I'm okay, but I don't know what do I do in real life or face to face with a person.
So it sounds like you're worried about triggers. Even being through the program and completing the program, knowing you're still in recovery. So, how do you feel about your relapse prevention plan or your 30-60-90?
Uh,
It's not supposed to be funny, Kenneth.
I haven't really worked on that yet.
Okay, so that's good. So it's good because think about maybe, from a godly perspective, what do you think he's putting in front of you by giving, by saying that you have to go back, you have to be before the judge, and then these triggers popping up about being around people that you're not so sure that you want to be around or in an environment that's going to bring back a lot of memories. And then you not having your prevention plan and your 30-60-90 up to par, right? Like strengthening that structure. So put those two together and tell me what you think you see.
Well, I feel like I know I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't want to deal with the temptation.
Do you think maybe God's trying to show you that you do need to sit down and strengthen your structure and work on that prevention plan?
Yes, I'm.
Maybe that should be one of your priorities over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I thought about trying to do it this past weekend, but I decided not to.
Okay.
Because I was a little bummed out because I did forget one thing. So Thursday night, I talked to the night shift manager at Camp Hope, and he pretty much offered me a job.
Okay.
Of course, it'll be temporary. See if I'm a good fit and if I like it,
Mm-hmm.
if they like me.
Mm-hmm.
So then that really pushed me to actually call the veteran coordinator for the course, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that kind of bummed me out a little bit.
Okay, so if I'm being honest, I'm a bit confused. So let's back up a minute. You say you're bummed out, but you've got some really good news. It sounds like to me that you're being offered a position or being able to step into a position and try it out. So,
And it was like pretty much I had to go back to North Carolina. That's the part that kind of bummed me out because I'm like, I'm gonna do the job for this. I might be able to do the job for 3 months and then go back to North Carolina and then I'll have nothing at all.
so have you spoken to Veterans Court about the timeline? So the timeline that it's going to take to get all that processed?
He said it was really up to the judge.
Do you have to be in state while they're processing? Or do you just have to go back and be in front of the judge to get all the paperwork started and then maybe you could come back and then go back to finalize it? Or do you not know that?
I think they don't want me to leave the state after. Because he even tried to tell me, he was like, we have the same programs that they have in Texas here in North Carolina. And my kind of thinking, I'm like, well, if y'all had these kind of programs, why did y'all send me to Texas? But I didn't say that because it would probably made everything worse.
Sounds a little disrespectful, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but that doesn't really make sense, does it? So it sounds like maybe you need to make a list of things to talk about with them when you get back. Have these questions answered. I mean, I don't think it's unrealistic to ask those things, right? You have a job. I mean, part of Veterans Court is rehabbing you back into society, right? To kind of rebuild your life, get a job, get out there and stay plugged in for your sobriety. And so if you're went through a program in Texas and you've got the ability to stay there and do a job and be plugged into people in a surrounding that's healthy for you, if you spent some time thinking about how to state that case to the judge, what do you think might come of that?
It wouldn't. I don't think it could hurt.
Absolutely not, right? So it sounds like maybe we spend some time kind of building your structure over the next couple weeks or the next month, getting a really good relapse prevention plan in place, making your 30, 60, 90 stellar, right? And then maybe creating a bullet point list or some type of letter or something that you can go back and speak, read to the judge, or a bullet point list of things that you want to speak to them about to kind of state your case. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'll try it out.
Like you said, it can't hurt, right? Old, I don't even know if it's cliche, but something that my mom used to tell me all the time was, the only dumb question is the one that you don't ask. You don't ask, you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, and then it's like I have to find somewhere to stay. I don't know, it's just thinking about it, it's like kind of overwhelming.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very little and 10 being high, what is your anxiety when you think about that? Think about having to go back and face everything.
Probably, I would say probably about a 5.
Okay.
Just because I know like it's not. I mean, I know I have to do it, but I still got a little time.
Sure. Okay. So 5 is not bad, right? Can we work on maybe making it a 3 or even a 2?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's make a plan for the structure and the relapse prevention and those kind of things. Let's talk through a list of things that you want to talk to the judge about, or a mentor or someone there in vet court, to kind of be in a place where you feel good about standing in front of her and stating your case. Right? I think a lot of vet court here in Montgomery County anyway, and I'm guessing it's probably similar everywhere else, And what they want at the end of the day is to have a place for you to get better, to be sober, stay plugged in, and have all the things around you and all the tools to be able to do that successfully. And so it's all about you being successful in your recovery. So I don't see that as a negative thing to be able to be in a place to